This video is brought to you by TS4U IT Engineering Bootcamp.
The question is now I don't know your experience about it, but let me ask you, what are the difference between the encryption in transit and encryption at rest? What do you prefer?
Okay. Yeah, so basically we have like different set of encryption methodologies. This is coming from the SSL and stuffs, right? So we have SSL infused in our system. So we don't have internal SSL enabled right now. There's a discussion based on that by using tools like Istio and the MTLS things, so that we can have like service to service SSL encryption as well. But what we have right now is a solid or a normal system as SSL with the AWS ALB and the AWS ACM. So ACM actually provides us the certificate that we need based on our domain. Okay, so for all of our domains, we basically use the AWS certificate manager that automatically fetches the certificate and attaches that certificate onto the AWS ALB. So we don't use the encryption in transit. We just use the encryption at rest because we don't have internal SSL enabled. So whenever the request comes into our ALB, it is HTTPS. Even if the user tries to access the port 80, which is not HTTPS, right? It's HTTP. Even if the user actually tries to access that, we have a listener rule set up in the AWS ALB console that will redirect the user to HTTPS if the user is coming from the HTTP. Okay, so that no matter how you try to access it, it will always redirect you to the HTTP. And whenever the HTTPS is actually analyzed that by the load balancer, basically, so we use the Edge SSL setup from the AWS ALB. Whenever the user comes to the ALB, they are HTTPS, and then from the ALB to our cluster, those are HTTP. Okay, so we use the encryption at rest so that basically whenever the user is entering into our system, the ALB will ensure that their certificate is okay, and from that point they will basically be HTTP because we trust the ALB and we trust the ALB certification signing process. So we just use the encryption at rest.
Got it. Thank you.